All right, so I'm sorry it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. We were doing review, and then I'm just now really getting my voice back. It's still not completely back, but it's much better. So we are reviewing a couple things. We're reviewing the doubling rule. So that's the rule that when you have a short vowel and you want to add a suffix to the end like ing, ed, er, you have to double your vowel. So we can look at it with this. And get it so you can see it. And what you'll see is that I'm struggling. Okay, so what you can see is that with the word jump, I have MP. So I have two consonants between my vowel and my suffix. So my vowel says which is the short sound for you. So when you says its name, we call it a long vowel, and when it makes its sound, we call it a short vowel. So when we have a short vowel, we have to have two consonants between a vowel and then another vowel. So here we have an I, like an ing. If we add E to the end for ER, if we add EST, all of those will require us to make sure that we have two consonants. We say that we have to protect our vowel. That's what we tell them. Because if we have a vowel, consonant vowel, then this vowel, this E or I in this case, can reach out and scare the U and make the U say its name. That's kind of how we talk about it in class. So if we look at the word padding, our root word is pad, P-A-D, and so we have a short vowel. And if I add ing to that, I only had one letter. I only had one D. So I have to double my D in order to protect the A. Because if I were to add ing to the end of this without doubling the D, it would turn the A sound into A, its long sound, and it would say padding. And that's not a word. So we always have to double our vowel if we have a short vowel sound and then only one consonant before we add our ending. It's the same for any consonant. So we do it with D, P, T, F, L, all of those have that same rule. So these are the two spelling rules that we have been, that are kind of new, and we're going to add C to this too eventually, but we're not quite there yet. But these are the ones that are really kind of, they're stopping them up. They're the ones that they're having trouble with, and they're hard. They're just hard skills to remember. So our first one would be so these are all the sounds of K, or the sound would be K, and this is how we would spell it. One way we can spell it, it was with a K. And when we use K, we spell it with I, E, or Y. So if my word is kite, K-I-T-E. It wouldn't be C-I-T-E because then we know that would say actually sight because C is going to say its soft sound. But with spelling with the K sound, if it's followed by I, E, or Y, it's the letter K. If it's followed by A, O, or U, it's the letter C. Cat, cop, cup. If it's at the end of a word after a short vowel, so again, that vowel sound, not its name, it would be CK. So back, tick, talk, those kinds of words. So at the end of a word after a short vowel, the K sound is almost always a CK. There's also the CC combo that says K, but we taught them that the only words that have that are soccer and hiccup. So hiccup was one of our dictation words last week, and we struggled with that. So we're reviewing, again, some of those skills this week. And like I said, I'm going to re-give those tests and see, just to give them a little bit more time with that skill. If I don't feel like I've taught it to where they should be able to do it, if I look at their test and I'm like, oh, I think I probably could do a better job on that, I'm absolutely going to do that. I want them to be successful. So we're going to go over that again this week. And the same thing with this one. This was a new skill we introduced last week. So same concept as the K sound. This is for the sound J. And oddly enough, the sound J is spelled most commonly with the letter G. Not the letter J, the letter G. I don't know who decided all of this in the English language, but they did it just to mess with teachers, I swear. So we've got a similar concept. So when we hear the J sound and it's followed by an E, an I, or a Y, it's going to be the letter G. If we have our J sound and it's followed by an A, an O, or a U, it's going to be the letter J. Now, when we hear our J sound at the end of a word, like in the word fridge, it's going to be the GE sound. And we know that there are no words in the English language that end in the letter J. So if we hear a J sound at the end of a word, it has to be the GE spelling. This week we're going to add in doubling for R and L. So again, it's that same rule that we've talked about, having to double it. We're also going to talk about that R can be, the sound R can be spelled with R, RR, or WR. So we're going to talk about those. And we're also going to talk about how L can be spelled with one L or two L's. And we'll talk about those rules as well. Then we've got some new spelling words this week. We're going to, I'll send those home today to start working on. We are going to retake our spelling test tomorrow. Like I said before, I think we needed just a little bit more time to review some of those skills before we tested on them. So I'm going to hold that and re-give it tomorrow. So review those tonight, and then we will start our new spelling words. And if I'm confident that we've covered those skills really well, we'll take that test on Friday. If not, we may wait and give you guys a little bit more practice at home as we solidify some of those skills, because it's about them knowing the skills, not about them just taking tests, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about opinion writing. So something you can do at home is ask your kids their opinion about things, and they don't have to write it out, but it's great for them to be able to start to generate, those sentences. So instead of them saying, if you're like, hey, how do you feel about pizza? And they're like, ew, it's gross. We want to have something more like, I really like pizza because. I don't like pizza because. So those are the kind of statements those sentences that we're looking for them to be able to develop and use. I'm going to end it there. This is a long video. Those are some hard skills, but ones that if you can talk to them at home as you read their AR books, as they do any kind of writing, and as you work on spelling words, those are the things, those are the skills that right now they're hard. They're new skills, and they're ones that they're just going to have to learn through practice. All right, thanks.